Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, fellas. I'm really excited about today. I'm about to go get this workout in right now, and I got work to do after this. But, one thing I think about as men, when we go through things in our lives, we don't always have the right people to speak to. Um, in in really helping us to navigate those areas. Sometimes men are, a lot of times men are very prideful, um, egotistical, stubborn, and I feel like that's such a problem at times, because men really need help, a lot of help. I think about like mental health, and it's not just mental health, but it's men's health, like not a lot of men are spending time after divorce, getting themselves together. It's a lot of, this person is riding on the line right now, but who knows? Anyways, but they don't spend a lot of time really getting themselves together. I know how it was for me. It was really hard for me to get my thoughts together 100% going through a divorce. Like, it took me a long time, and I didn't feel that I had all the keys that I needed to utilize, to really get myself on track. I had friends that were there, but I didn't really believe that they were there for me in the way that I needed them. And that made things really complicated for me to continue to reach out and do things because it just wasn't easy. So over the years, I've learned, really like how important it is for me and to help other men understand the same thing too. Like, you can't do this by yourself. If you've ever been through a divorce, or you're on the brink of divorce, like, you have to understand that doing this by yourself is not going to work. It is going to be a lot of pain, a lot of unnecessary pain, because you're not willing to take the time to connect with other men who are going through or have been through things that you've been through. And so it's like, why waste your time trying to do something that, like, you're trying to reinvent the wheel by doing it by yourself? And then you spend 4 years doing all this extra stuff that you didn't even need to do. Like, you could have just, taken care of business and got around some brothers who really know and have overcome those areas in their life. And that's what you could have done. But rather doing that, you just took the time to try and figure it out on your own. And unfortunately, it's cost you a lot of time. I know it because I did the same thing too. And I just don't desire to see men go through those things, because we have so much to give, so much more in our lives that we have to do. And the last thing you'd want is to end your life or knowing that you didn't accomplish the goals that you set for yourself. So the one thing I would encourage you to do is, if you're a man out there who's listening to this right now, who's been through divorce or is on the brink of divorce in any form or fashion, I would encourage you to take some time and get connected with people who have been through what you've been through. The biggest thing that you can do is talk. The best thing you can do is talk. Like, it's going to save you a lot of time and effort to just spend those moments talking to someone and being able to be vulnerable. Being vulnerable is more important than you probably think. It's going to help you achieve so many things in your life. And the last thing you want to do is to hold on to all this bitterness, rage, anger, disappointment, frustration, malice. I mean, you name it. You're holding on to those things if you've been divorced and you haven't taken the time to get yourself all healed up. It's there for sure. And if you act like it's not there, it's just underlying. And it's going to be some time, but it will come up again if you don't take the time to really get that situated. So I would encourage you, men, really to take some time and really figure out what it is you're trying to accomplish. This sun is extremely bright, so I realize that now after the fact. I could have just done this. Anyways, that's on me. Learning lesson. and just never using this thing for any reason other than just myself. But now that I have a camera, I gotta actually use the thing. But anyways, fellas, I'm about to pull up at the gym. Why? Because I realized how important this was. Like, I have goals for myself, and the last thing I want to do is to cut my life short because I didn't take care of my body. And, because something else was so much more important to me, like eating food. And don't get me wrong, food is good. Like, I'm going to tear up something anyway. But at the end of the day, like, the one thing that is really important is getting my health in order first and then enjoying the food, because that's what's going to matter. So, brothers, if y'all out there listening to this, stay encouraged. Talk to somebody. Don't be doing this by yourself, because it's going to be so much harder when you don't have to do it that way. Make it easy for yourself. Get connected with somebody who actually understands what you're going through. Because if you do that, you'll be a lot better off, a lot quicker than taking the scenic route to get to your final destination, which is healing. So on that note, pulled up at the Yim, about to get it in, and pray that you guys enjoyed this. Apologize for the sun visor not being in the correct spot, but we'll learn. Continue to learn. See? Continued knowledge, man. Just next time, fix it. Don't wait. Don't have 50 videos before you fix the visor, right? All right. Have a good one, guys. Talk to you soon. Later.